been jumping on to share about my salad box because my last video, I guess the sound wasn't working at the beginning. So anyways, thanks for joining. I wanted to start out by just sharing a little bit of the reasons why Tyler and I decided to make a salad box in the first place. We have made changes in our lifestyle from a while back, and I will just say growing up I ate very little vegetables. I was like your typical American. I had like tater tots. Those are my vegetables. Just kidding. We had salads every once in a while. It was just a rare occasion and I didn't really love them. So since living a healthier lifestyle, we've sought to eat more vegetables, and I've really grown to love fresh stuff, but in the realness of life, it just a lot of times takes a long time to make a salad on top of something else that I'm preparing for the meal. So I just don't eat as many salads as we would want to, and I would say Tyler's pretty similar. So we've kind of went up and down with the amount of vegetables we've had in consumption and probably eat more than the average person, but know that we need to eat more. And so that's just a little bit about our journey. My friend then shared about the salad box, and the salad box is actually from a blog post done on a guy by the name of Kirby Anderson. And Kirby Anderson has his own website where he walks through how to make a salad box, but I just wanted to share live so you could actually see everything that I have. It just makes it a little bit easier. So the reasons we decided to make a salad box and the reasons why you should consider it is because, especially if vegetables are hard for you, I just wanted to go into some of the reasons why vegetables are so important for us, because sometimes that's just really what you need is the why behind it. So vegetables, number one, the biggest reason why you really want to focus on having good vegetables in your diet is because they have even proven that people that have 7 servings or more of vegetables in their sorry about that. I hope the connection stays good. People that have 7 servings or more of vegetables in their day typically have 42% less chance of being diagnosed with some sort of a disease. And that's not mentioning the quality of life that you have no matter if you have the disease or not. So anyways, vegetables can be really important when we're talking about quality of life to your energy. Just the B vitamins alone that you can get from a lot of vegetables are really important for your energy. And fiber is extremely important for healthy digestion. So you're number one, eliminating toxins and getting full and like just satiated from your meal. And then also they're really important for skin health. Skin is one of the last places that gets nutrients. So when you see those people and they're just like glowing, a lot of times it's because they have, number one, good digestion and a good digestive system. And then number two, they're consuming foods with lots and lots of nutrients and minerals. So anyways, I hope that helps give you a little motivation. And then I want to go into some of the hows of creating the salad box. And I will just say that the one hardest part is to find the right box and the right Pyrexes that fit into the box. And what I did was I measured our fridge, and it ended up working out perfectly. We have this there's a drawer on one side and then there's a space over here, and our salad box fits in there perfectly with another greens container right above it. And so it's worked really, really great. And I just got mine from Target. And so I want to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like and then what I'll have in it too. So here we go. Here is our salad box with the lid on it. And so the first thing that you'll notice is that this salad box, all of the things on the top remain unopened, which is awesome because this lid is right there on top, so you don't have to pull these out one by one and then pull all the lids off. And then there's a second layer to our salad box. So I have 3 Pyrexes that are this shape. And when you buy these at Target, you actually get it in a pack of 1 of these and then 2 of these. So we got a total of 3 of those packs. And then I have 2 of this bigger size on the bottom and then 2 smaller ones on the bottom. The reason why is because the ones that are this big size with the lids on don't all fit on the bottom. It's just too squished. So anyways, you can just see that first layer. I'm not gonna pull them all out, but I wanted you guys to get the general idea. So it's great because when you go to make salad, you can just pull this box out with your greens. So then I just wanted to walk you through the steps of after you actually have your salad box. Talk with members of your family and just talk with them about the things that they love most to have in your salads, especially as you're starting to implement this. I really think as you go, you'll be able to have more variety, and you'll want more variety, and you'll benefit from more variety. But to start off with, you just want to have those things that you know your family is going to like and love to get that salad habit in place. So after you've bought in the Tupperware that you need and the Pyrex, then you can buy the salad ingredients that your family wants. And then what I do when I get home from the grocery store is I'll throw all the veggies, if you want fruits you can throw them in as well, into the sink with water, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, and then 2 to 3 drops of lemon essential oil. And I will let that set for at least 10 minutes. While that's happening, then I go over and start chopping up. A lot of times if we have roasted vegetables like beets, I will chop all of those up and put them with some coconut oil and some sea salt and some rosemary or whatever I want to season them with into the oven at 350 or 375. And then I will cook some quinoa. And when I cook my quinoa, just a side note on quinoa. Quinoa is an awesome grain to include in your salads. It's very packed full of good fiber and also really good protein. It actually includes all of the amino acids that your body needs, which typically things other than meat don't contain all the amino acids that you need. So it's a great, sorry about that connection issue. So what I'll do with the quinoa is I'll put some coconut oil in a pan, add the quinoa, and then I usually add sea salt and some turmeric because it's a great cancer fighting spice, and then maybe a little bit of cinnamon or a little bit of cumin, and then stir it all up until that spice is completely covered on the quinoa, add my water, and then start boiling the quinoa. While the oven's going, my quinoa's cooking, I then start cutting the vegetables. And to cut my vegetables, I have a food processor, and it significantly cuts down my time of cutting vegetables. But you can definitely do it without a food processor, and it's still going to save you a lot of time in the long run. But I will say it's a lot easier with the food processor. So my food processor has 2 separate blades. One of them has a slicer, and then one of them has a shredder. And so I will take things like cucumbers and onions and mushrooms, and I'll put them through the top with the slicer. And then I'll take things like carrots or beets or cabbage and put them through with the shredder. And then I will add them all to the little appropriate Tupperware. So you just want to make sure before you're cutting those things, you're keeping in mind the size of your dishes. And then also thinking about what things your family eats the most of and what you want in the bigger Pyrexes. So for us, we do quinoa and beets, and then usually cucumbers in the 3 biggest Pyrexes because those are some of our favorites that we put most on the salads. And the beets are there because this is just a tip for all you mamas. My baby eats a lot of roasted beets, so a lot of times we can just pull out baby food from our salad box as well. So after all of that is done, you can also make a dressing. We choose not to buy dressings because a lot of times they're loaded with bad sweeteners or bad oils or just preservatives you don't need, or they're just really expensive, and it's super simple to make your own dressing. So a lot of times for us, we'll just use olive oil and drizzle it over the top with our choice of vinegar. A lot of times it's apple cider vinegar, and then some spices like sea salt, and maybe some basil and red pepper flakes or something like that, whatever we like. But you can also make your own dressing recipes, and there's a thing called an emulsifier on Amazon. If any of you are interested, I can post a link to where I found it on Amazon. It's like $14, but it's really handy, and you can have your dressing pre-made up too. It has a little squeeze handle where it'll mix it up, and then you're set to go with your dressing too. So literally when I pulled out my salad box today with the greens, It took me about 3 minutes to make my salad. I put my greens out, all my veggies on it, put my dressing on it, and then added a few nuts and seeds from the pantry and then some spices, and I was good to go. So you can see how awesome this is and how it really simplifies meals. And then the last thing that I wanted to end with is just there's a lot of other ways to be using salad boxes outside of just for your salad box. So I already mentioned you can use vegetables to feed your baby if you're a mama. Number two, you can also add some of those vegetables to eggs at the beginning of the day if you like to make eggs. Three, you can use broccoli or cauliflower or celery or anything like that to dip in hummus throughout the day as a snack. You can also add a lot of the veggies from your salad box to a stir fry or some soup that you're making. And then lastly, if you have a lot of leftovers and didn't use your salad box as much as you thought at the beginning, or you have to leave and go out of town and didn't eat it all, you can juice everything up. So it really just is awesome. A great way to get all those nutrients that your body needs. And I really hope that some of you guys do it and just that it helps you as much as it did us. So if you do, take a picture and post it on here because I'd love to see it. I know other people would love to see yours too, especially if you use a different box. It'd be sweet to see what you guys find that works best for you. And then look forward to more, hopefully, dressing recipes on these posts here. A lot of times we use essential oils in our dressings because that also cuts down the number of ingredients that we need to have on hand. And then lastly, I have obviously had, well, last week I was out of town and wasn't able to do Facebook Live. But my goal in the future is to continue to be on here at 8 o'clock every Wednesday night. And I just want to bring living drops that can bless your life. So things like this that are about physical well-being or talking about your soul or your mind. Mind, body, soul is really the three topics that I want to revolve around and just encourage you and bless you in your week. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and post any comments or questions that you have below the feed. And if you have any friends that you think would totally dig the salad box, make sure you share. Thanks guys, see ya.